Hey everybody, hope you're well. And today we have Daniele from Amon on the show. And it's been a while since we've spoke to Daniele. I think it was about June, but today we've got quite a lot to go through. But how are you doing, Daniele?
Hi everyone. Hi James. I'm pretty well, thank you. How's it going to you?
Yeah, good, good. I think a lot of people are very excited to find out what's been happening with Amon. I know that we've got quite a lot to talk about today.
Yeah. So basically, we are changing the KYC provider because this was one of our requirements of our issuer. So basically, we'll be changing the KYC, and all the users will be required to resubmit the documents. It is a normal procedure generally. So on a legal basis, KYC needs to be reviewed every year, well, at least once a year. Uh, in our case, we're just changing the KYC provider because the former one did not have some functionalities that we need. So the new KYC that the users will have to do, it will include basically the normal ID check, ID passport, driving license, the selfie, and also a proof of address, because without the proof of address, we can't, of course, ship any cards. So this is something that will be upcoming in the next few weeks. Users will be given probably a month, a couple months, 1 or 2 months to resubmit basically the KYC, and yeah, and then from this point onwards, we will just recheck all the documents again every year. But the users after this, they will not have to resubmit documents again. So it'll be just this time basically.
Okay, and you talked about shipping cards there. How far are you along with the card process and everything at the moment?
So yeah, the card situation is progressing basically. So I think when we spoke in June, we had a few updates about the cards. Since then, we have had different meetings. I want to explain a little bit what's the structure to release a card. Generally, when you release a card, there are different providers involved. One is of course the card scheme, which is generally Visa, Mastercard, or Union Pay, for example. But as we don't have EMI license, we need to rely on a third-party issuer. Um, and the other providers are the issuer. So the issuer is generally the party that is taking care of the compliance side. So everything related to legal stuff is the issuer, and the issuer is the one that has a direct relationship with the card scheme. Then there is another party which is called the processor, basically, which involves the IT side of things. So it provides you a backend application that can be integrated with our. It needs to be integrated with our backend application, and this is what allows basically transaction to be monitored and to be tracked, the orders of the cards. And then the final, the third party is another third party is the card bureau. Also, they call it card manufacturer, which is basically the office where they basically they print cards, they personalize them, and they ship them. And on top of this, there is generally another party which is called program manager. The program manager is basically in charge to put together all the information of these parties. In our case, we are the program manager of our own program, and we do have all these parties in place. There are some issuers which basically they tend to do everything but they do issuing, they do also processing, and they also take care of card manufacturing. But we do have all these three components in place. So we have pretty much all the documents ready. So our issuer, which is the party which is in charge to control us, so on a compliance level, will want to see all the rules that we have put in place. So the KYC, the new KYC is one of this. So once we have the KYC, we will have a demo day with them. We will show them how we do the KYC with our users, and we will show them other rules that we have to implement in our application. And but already before them, we can submit all the documentation to the card scheme. And I would say, I don't want to say dates yet, but we are looking into having something ready. we are in a good position now. We had a few meetings with the card scheme. Already we had a meeting in Madrid, and then we had I was in London 4 times between September and October, having meetings with them. So I really think I have a feeling we are progressing quite fast. So I don't want to say an exact date because I don't have it yet. But so when they asked us when do you want to launch it, we told them Q1 2020 would be a great time for us. This will give us some time also to integrate together with the processor.
So yeah, you've obviously, we're getting close to getting a card out there, and you still might beat 10x because they still haven't got that far, and they had what, $80 million or something, which is bizarre, yeah, really. And you guys have done it quite frugally, shall we say? Also, with the card, one of the big selling points for Amon was the AI sort of functions. Are those going to be implemented, or what's the state of play with them?
Yeah. So on the AI, we have been working now for long. So as you probably can recall, one of the things we want to do is try to suggest the users what is the best performing crypto in their wallet at the time of the purchase. What we want to do is, so as a first step, is to provide the users some advices. We want to step out from the situation where we tell the users what to do. On a legal level, we would be able to do that because cryptos are not considered in Estonia as assets or as a security. So we could actually give us as a suggestion, or we could tell the users what to do, but approach for the AI. What we are working is on a few parts. So one is we call it like a backward looking, which is basically a kind of a screenshot that we would give in regard to the crypto that the user have on the wallet, but in the past. So if you have, for example, 5 or 6 cryptos, we will very likely to tell you with this backward looking, we will tell you which is the crypto which has been more or less volatile in the past 2 or 3 months, how they behaved. I think this would already be a good information to the user to know, because I also myself, I follow the crypto every day, but if you would tell me 3 months ago what was the price of Bitcoins, or which was the price of Litecoin, and how do you compare to them, I'll probably not be able to answer. I wouldn't have to make some analysis out of this. So this is one of the first things we would like to integrate. Then we are working on a kind of a risk assessment and investment prospect support. So it's more like giving suggestions or advice to the users, or what we are thinking on a also graphic level, having a new button in one of the sections that we have, where in this button you can find informations, you can find backward looking, you can find some investment prospect, so this would be an active way for the users to find information. But we're also thinking to do something where users passively they receive information, so something like every day or every second day you receive a kind of tip or a kind of a prospect that we have done. So how we will go about it is, first of all, to try to have a kind of beta version, so where some users can test it, so get some feedback, and then to be some final version. Of course, the AI part is always something that needs to be updated and upgraded. So the AI will be an ongoing, basically, improvement. But that's the way where we would start, basically.
Okay, and you were on some incubator and accelerator programs. How have they gone for you?
Yeah, I mean the acceleration program, it's over. It was over end of May. So we are still in touch with the bank. They are one of our main investors now. They invest more in us. So we closed another round with them. So They invested with different companies, but they are basically the same, and they're giving us a help on the on how we would handle the users. I mean, as you know, all the financial institutions, they have all the banks, for example, they have users funds, which is basically which they are holding. So what they do with these funds, they basically invest these funds. We are not in the position yet to invest in these funds. I mean, for us, it wouldn't make sense because crypto are too volatile, to convert them or to try to make an investment. But we are talking with one of their investment managers, which invest the use of funds for the bank, and we are trying to understand what we could do in the future, with the use of funds. So apart from this, we have like a monthly report that we have for them. So they keep us monitored, they keep an eye on our progresses. Yeah, that's the relationship we have. We made another raise with them, and we give them updates. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry about that. I was sneezing. Also, you've seen quite a lot of organic users. How many are you seeing each month coming to the Amon sort of app and site?
Yeah, I mean, we organically have like around about 300-400 users coming in. So on a monthly basis. So our website is growing basically where we have an SEO guy which worked for us. It's been already a few months now. We post every week, new blogs post, for example. This help organic traffic. So yeah, we have users which come to us basically on a monthly basis from organic. So that's one of the things we will always grow, because the organic traffic is always important for a company. We have done some advertising on blog. We have used a company called Coin Traffic, which is a kind of aggregator of different blogs and medias in the past couple of months. But so one of the things we also do for brand awareness is going to conference. So Malta was one of this event where we had the stand. But yeah, we will plan, to have a bigger push, when we have the card approvals. We have some exact date, and in this situation, we'll push more the marketing as well.
Okay, and just on that, you talked about Malta. How was Malta, and what sort of things were there? And
Yeah, no, Malta, I think, is a good event in Europe. It's probably one of the most attended events. I've read there were like around about 6,000 attendees. It's so this year, as you might recall, we got awarded. Was in May, so we were invited them, and I've seen the conference, which was pretty nice. Apart from the conference itself, what I liked about this event is that there are like activities outside of the conference, like in the evenings. There was a gala dinner. There was as a guest honor Akon, this rapper, which he also made a coin, and is trying to develop something for African people. And there was an investor dinner as well. There was actually also a nice party afterwards. So it's all these events where you can connect with the people, which also makes it a good event, frankly. Apart from having the stand, of course, and showing your products around, you have a chance to meet some influencers, some people which have been in crypto for years. Last time, I think there was Roger Ver and a few others, that have been in crypto for years. So it's a good event for this, because you can meet this kind of basically. Yeah, so it was on overall basis, I think it was a good event. So we would repeat it. The next time, I think they will do an event in Manila, so in Philippines. So they used to do it every 6 months in Malta, but now they told me that they will do it once a year. So the next time in Malta I think it would be next year, probably November. And I'm not sure, frankly, if we will go, frankly, to Manila, but definitely we will go next one in November. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that seems to be a bit of a breeding ground over in Malta. I think Binance have got some stuff, or
Yeah.
part of their company based out there and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think crypto.com, they have a base there also. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's all right. You got a bit of sun out there as well, so it's all good. One of the, I suppose, the other key thing that we seen some time ago was the implementation of the Celsius app, because obviously people can put their crypto in and earn. How has that gone for you? Because obviously that's quite a big attraction for people that don't want to trade, that they can just put their crypto into the app and earn crypto. I mean, I've been doing it myself and just put my couple of grand's worth of Litecoin in, and I'm earning like £5-6 a week.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a great product, frankly. So we have already probably around about 2,000 users that have funds in this product. For us, it makes a lot of sense to have this product because we all know that most of the users in crypto at the moment, they just want to hold. So it's a great product. We have had it now since June. And with Celsius, everything works well. We frankly we don't have much any more relation. I mean, we don't get in touch anymore that frequently because the product, it works. Everything works well with them. So we just get new users using it, and for us it's great. I think it also completes a lot our wallet because once we will have also the card and the AI system, all the users will have basically the opportunity to hold the funds if they don't want to spend it, and to earn interest out of it, to spend if they want to spend them, get suggestions from an AI system. So I think it really completes, what is our idea in mind of having a complete wallet, where you don't have to send coins out and in from other providers as well.
No, I find it really easy to use, and the fact that I can just, because otherwise that would have just sat in my another wallet that I had, and I wasn't earning anything. So it's a bit of a no-brainer really in that sense.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a kind of a saving account. Uh, it's a saving account basically. Yeah, no, it's a great product. It's a great product.
Yeah, it's better than the current interest rates, which are 0 point nothing. Pretty much, you don't earn anything in the bank, so it's decent. Also, one of the key things that we were just talking about before we came on air is that you are going to be producing a new white paper.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's something that we have been planning for some time, and then from one another things, then at the end we never finalize it. But I think it's time, that we updated the white paper with the new features of the wallet and some new roadmap that we have. So I hope in the next month we'll be able to release it. So yeah, it is something that we have that I always have in the back of my mind, to update the white paper. And I think now it's really comes to the point where we have to do it, also to inform all the users that are following us. So by the end of the year, for sure, we will have a new white paper. Yeah, I mean it's not a new white paper; it's basically an updated one. Some parts are still the same because it is something that we have done. But we will create all the new functionality that we have. We will insert it basically.
Okay, cool. Have I missed anything today, or have you got any other updates for the community?
No, I mean, I think there's a lot of going on. I think there's one thing maybe we forgot is about the IBAN. The IBAN. So we have changed the provider for the IBAN because one of the main reason is basically the cards will have a double currency, which is euro and pounds, and we couldn't have an IBAN provider having just euro. So we have changed the IBAN provider with another one that will provide both euro and pound. They also have other currencies, fiat currencies, but we will just integrate it now as a first step. So we know that we have been for a few weeks already now with IBAN locked. But in the next few weeks, so in December for sure, we'll be releasing the new Ivans, at least the Euro. So that's another thing that we're working on as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I really appreciate your time today, Daniele, giving us those updates, and look forward to Q1 2020 when hopefully we will see those cards, which would be great.
Yeah. Sounds great. So thanks a lot to you, James, for the interview. Yeah,
No
and thanks
worries.
everyone.
Okay, thanks, Daniele.
Okay, have a good day. Ciao, ciao.
I'm feeling low.